So how can we make reading satisfying for our children? One of the things that comes to mind for me is to make sure we're letting our kids read for pleasure. It's really easy for us to expect our kids to always be reading the books that are going to fill their minds with, amazing facts and maybe classics or books that we remember enjoying when we were growing up. But sometimes we're expecting too much out of our kids. Just because they're a certain age doesn't mean that they are reading at some designated reading level that an expert has decided that they should be able to read at. Allow your kids to read for pleasure at a lower reading level than what they're actually capable of reading. A lot of kids love graphic novels or books with lots of pictures, and that's great. They're still reading, they're still enjoying, they're still bringing in, they're still taking in information. There's nothing wrong with that. Books that are visually stimulating, books that are about interests that they have, books that are interactive, flat books, books that are engaging. And if you've tried these things and you still have a child who just is not choosing to read, maybe you need to look at letting them read nonfiction, letting them read about a topic that really interests them. A lot of boys specifically prefer nonfiction to fiction. That isn't always the case, but it's a good thing to try. If you've been handing your child a lot of chapter books and they're rejecting them, try letting them read nonfiction. Sometimes they want to know that what they're reading about matters or is something they're going to be able to use. And if they're acting like reading is a waste of time, then give them a book that will let them learn information that they'll be able to use. Also, if you are still struggling, if they're rejecting fiction and nonfiction, it might be possible that your child is an auditory learner and you need to check out audiobooks for them, audio dramas. There's so much available now on Audible, on Amazon, and in your local library as far as audiobooks are concerned. Give that a try and see if they're willing to listen to the book rather than reading the book. My husband much prefers listening to books, and he'll actually turn them on listen to them at like double speed or speed and a half so that he can get through them faster. But yeah, that's something that's not the case for me, so I never would have thought of that if he hadn't had that same tendency to want to listen to the books rather than reading them. But we've allowed my sons to do the same thing, and they enjoy audiobooks too. A good way to try that would be to have the whole family listen to an audio drama together, either when you're on a trip in the car or just sitting down in the living room, and instead of turning on the TV, you can listen to an audio drama together and see if they like it, see if they want to listen to another one. So think about some ways that you can try to make reading more satisfying for your child, and let us know one thing that you thought of in the comments below.